It's been reported that Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, is being invited to Sandringham to spend Christmas with the royals for the first time in 30 years. Well, she is probably feeling a little bit nervous, you might think, and it got us talking. Do you ever get that dread the first Christmas that you spend with the in-laws? I'm going to ask the person who's probably had the most in-laws among us. Over to Janet Drinkwater.
Who could that be? Yeah, well, the first time I got married with the first set of in-laws, I learned a very valuable lesson, which is they're not going to fit in with you and neither side will give way. They both want you to spend Christmas Day with them. So what happens is you're the victim in the situation. You spend Christmas Day on the North Circular or on the road, basically. So you manage to get through breakfast. You stay with the first lot on Christmas Eve. You get up, you have breakfast with them, open your presents, and then you get in the car, you drive halfway around London or wherever you are in the country, and you get to the second lot, and you have to do it all over again, and then you have Christmas lunch with them. And I did that twice, and I am never doing it again. But my advice for getting through Christmas with the in-laws, bearing in mind that Sarah Ferguson now Charles is king, and Charles and Camilla are the hosts. It'll be quite different from when the Queen was in charge. And we know already that King Charles has changed the menu at the state banquet. It's all gone a bit more kind of 21st century, and it's got local pheasant and stuff like that. But the most important thing for Sarah to do is go in and admire the curtains. Find something positive to say.
They'll be the same curtains she saw 30 years ago, by the way.
Yeah, well, you just need a bit of blather, don't you, to get through, because she's going to feel very, very uncomfortable. When I met her, you and I both met her quite a few times, and you've worked with her.
I worked with her. She's lovely.
She's a bit of a babbler, though, when she gets nervous.
She is, but she's got a good heart.
She's got a nice heart, but she will babble. So I'm suggesting babble about the drapes. Lovely curtains. Are you going to change them, Your Royal Highness, doing a lot of curtsying? Because, you'll like that, yeah.
I mean, it is a weird thing, I think, going to somebody else's house anyway for Christmas, isn't it, Cole?
Yeah, because you're used to your way.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own way of doing it. And I've only done it once, actually, where we went for Christmas dinner to the in-laws in my first marriage. And it was just so different to how I'd done Christmas. So for me, and I loved my in-laws, but for me, afterwards, I thought, oh, it wasn't like Christmas, because they just do it a different way. Like, they literally ate the dinner really quick and then went in to watch telly.
No.
And I don't have the telly on at Christmas.
Me neither.
It's all about, like, playing games and having a chat.
It's all about winning at games. Just saying.
But, yeah, so it was very different, and I never did it again. But then they came to me, which was fine. But I was very lucky with in-laws. I always got on with my in-laws. However, the thoughts of her being my mother-in-law, I'd be so scared.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I think I'd just stay on the North Circular.
Yeah.
Going round and round. Linda, I know you like things a certain way.
Yeah.
Is it like your way or the highway at
I've
Christmas?
never been to an in-laws for Christmas.
So.
It's the same with my mum. We always went to my mum's house when my mum was alive, and my sisters would be there, their partners and the kids, and she had a really small flat as well, so some of us would be in the kitchen eating. Then once that table would finish, they'd move into them, and the kids would all go in and eat their food. But no, I've always had it at my house, and normally because I've done panto for years and years and years, and so you only get Christmas Day off, so it was always at my house on Christmas Day, which I love doing and that. But I mean, it's all that preparation, cooking the dinner, all that shopping and everything, and within an hour,
Fergie's not
it's all
that
over.
Problem, is she? She's just going to arrive at...
I'm talking about my house.
I know, but give her some advice. Try to imagine she's arriving at...
Talk about her children, talk about her girls and what they've been up to and
You know what
Just
advice
find
I'd
something
give her?
nice to
Fergie,
talk
just
about.
be yourself.
Yeah,
if they don't like you, then talk.
Well, they don't want her reading her children's books in the middle of Christmas lunch. I mean, they may be very lovely, but every time I see her on the telly, she's promoting her children's books. I think better take a back seat.
Good luck, Sarah, if you're watching. And my top tip is open the sherry at about 11 a.m. And you'll be fine. Sherry. I love it. It's the only day of the year I drink sherry.
I've only ever heard old ladies drinking sherry.
I've got a bottle of sherry. Let someone put
You're an old lady.
Oh, why did I hand her that line?
Love a sherry on Christmas Day. Don't drink it the other 364 days.
Eggnog is good.